right, Pita? Now, from this video, we are going to explain you the answer for the question bank paper number 7. You know that question bank paper number 7 consists of 2019 A-level paper question. This is the accounting equation question. We'll read the question, right? I advise you to do this question before watching this video, completely do this question, and then thereafter do the correction watching this particular video, right? We'll read the question, Buddha. Kamal commends the business, very important. This is a just started business. They say Kamal commends the business on 1st April 2018. Just started business which has no opening balances. The balances extracted from the drafted financial statement of this business as of 31st March 2019 are given below. They have given few transactions, the balances. After preparing the drafted financial statement, they have given few balances on 31st March 2019. So, what is the drafted financial statement? Drafted financial statements are the financial statement which is not yet finalized, which are subject to the changes, not yet audited, not yet finalized. Okay, and they have given few information, and after that it says all the transactions of the business are carried out through the bank account. All the cash transactions you do through the bank account, and it was later revealed that you prepared the drafted financial statements for the year ending 31st March 2019. Following items have not been considered. There are 10 items which has not been considered to the, and then thereafter they want you to record this question, these 10 information in the given accounting equation. What's the accounting equation? Property, plant and equipment, inventories, trade receivable, prepaid rent, cash, trade payables, accrued expenses, advance received, and the equity, right? So then what you need to do first, record these in the opening balances, right? They have given the opening balances as well, and then thereafter they want you to correct the drafted profit, and at the last thing they want you to prepare the journal entries. So that this question consists of 3 parts, but I am doing this video for the 2022 batch. For them, then for you all, you can do only what? The first part of the question. Second and the third part we have not yet discussed with you all. Okay. Therefore, I am focusing on the first part of this question, and then we will record the transactions. Right. So then, as I told you again, I am going to do the first part of this particular question. Right. So the 31st March 2019 by 31st March 2019. What are the balances available here? There's a property, plant and equipment balance of 4,500,000. So as per the information given in the question, they have given this at cost because this is not yet depreciated. This is a just started business. And there's an inventory balance of rupees 600 as per the records, and there's a trade receivable balance of rupees 820, and there's a proper prepaid expenses balance of prepaid rent rather 480, and your cash balance according to the drafted financial statement you prepare 610, trade payable balance 600,000, accrued expenses 90, and the advance received 240, capital profit for the year ended 6 million. Profit for the year 580,000, capital introduced 6 million. So if you want to show the equity, you need to get the total of both profit and the capital introduced. And the profit and the capital introduced together is 6.5 million 80,000. Right. These were the opening balances. Right. After recording the balances as at 31st March 2019, you are supposed to record the during the period information. There are 10 transactions. We will record them one by one. So these 10 transactions have been omitted from the financial statements. Therefore, you are supposed to record them under the accounting equations. First one, depreciation on property, plant and equipment rupees 500,000. Right. Depreciation rupees 500,000. Then by 500,000, your property, plant and equipment balance decreases. When you are recording the depreciation, it reduces from the assets. So on the other side, this 500 you recognize as an expenditure. All the expenditures you directly reduce from the equity rupees 500. So then how do you call that expenditure? You call that expenditure as depreciations. Transaction number 2. The rent of the showroom 80 has been included in the prepaid rent account. So the rent of rupees 80, so the rent expenditure, the rent of the showroom 80 has been included in the prepaid expense. You can see here there's a prepaid expenses of 480. This includes the current year rent, current month rent, right? Therefore, what I am supposed to do is that 80 must be deducted from the prepaid rent or the prepaid expenditure and recognize it as an expenditure. Rent. What is the name of expenditure? Rupees 80,000. We'll read the question again. The rent of the showroom 80 for the month of March 2019. March electricity, the rent expenditure they have included in the prepaid rate. So according to the matching concepts, if you consume or if you utilize any amount for the purpose of generating the income, that's supposed to be recognized as an expenditure. Therefore, you reduce it from the prepaid expenses, and recognize and reduce it from the equity. Clear? Right. Transaction number 3. Electricity bill of 5,000 for the month of March 2019 has been neither paid nor accounted. Electricity bill 5,000 has been neither paid nor accounted, which means what? Accrued electricity bill. So the accrued electricity bill, how are you supposed to record? Accrued expense is 5,000. It's a liability, it increases accrued expense. And at the same time, it needs to be reduced from the equity. You call that as what? Electricity. Whether you paid or not, the amount relevant for the period you need to recognize as an expense. If you paid it, it needs to be reduced from the cash. If it is not paid, it creates a liability. Question number 4. The sale of goods costing 200,000 for 400,000 on cash. This has not been recorded in the books of accounts. However, the checks received in this respect has been deposited in the bank. Okay. What has happened here? 200,000 were stocks. You sold for 400,000. You sold 200,000 were stocks for rupees 400,000. On cash basis, you receive the cash. So then your cash balance increases by 400,000. On the other side, by 400,000, your income. What is the name of the income? Sales increases, that you can add it to the equity, or else and at the same time by 200,000 your equity balance decreases, which is the cost of sales. Without recording the income and the expenses to that, you can directly record the profit of 200. Right? Then the next one. We have just omitted one transaction, but that is the fourth one. What does it say? You have purchased 80,000 worth stocks, but it has not been recorded. 80,000 worth stocks you purchase. When you purchase 80,000 worth stock, your inventory balance increases. We are doing the fourth one. We omitted the fourth one before. Right? And how did you buy this? You purchase it on credit basis, then the trade payable increased by rupees 80,000. So then when you purchase the stocks on credit, inventory balance increased by 80 and the trade payable balance increased by rupees 80,000. Transaction number 6. Inventory costing 40,000 was destroyed during the year, were not into saleable condition. However, these inventory items had been included in the inventory as of 31st March 2019 and at cost, but it has no realizable value. So the damaged stocks supposed to be reduced from the inventory, and it need to be reduced from the equity as it is an expense. You can say damaged stock, right? If there's no economic benefits of an asset, right, then according to the conceptual framework, it will not be identified as an economic resource. If it is not an economic resource, it's not an asset. So then when the economic benefits of an asset is seized, immediately it needs to be recognized as an expenditure. Now we can see that when as the inventory has been destroyed, this has no use, so you recognize it as an expense. Transaction number 7. Customer places the order to purchase 40 items. Okay, selling price of this 40 item 240. This amount has been received during the year, and this amount has been recorded as advance received. You can see in the advance received account you have 240. However, only half of the goods has been delivered to the customer by 31st March 2019 at a cost of 20. Further, no entry has been made relating to this particular delivery. Rest of the goods will be delivered in the next year. That means 50% of the income should be recognized in the current year. 50% of the income should be recognized in the next year. So the 50% of this 240, how much? 120. Then it reduced from the liability. And how much the cost of the stocks that you sold? That is rupees 80. On the other side, what will happen? You recognize the income of 120 and that added to the equity and reduces 80 cost of sales. Reduces 80 cost of sales. You know that when we do the definitions for the income under the conceptual framework, we said to the income either increases assets or decreases liability. Now in this situation, this income of 120 did not generate any assets, but it reduces the liability. Till you recognize till you provide the income, till you provide the service, till you provide the goods to them, it will be recognized as an income. Soon after you sell them, sorry, as a liability, so then you call that as an income received in advance. After providing the service or after the supply of goods, what will happen? That liability reduces and that amount you can recognize as an income. This 80 you recognize here as an expense, this 120 you recognize here as an income. This income reduces your liability. Transaction number 8. Bank statement received on 3rd April revealed that a check of 20 received from the customer has been dishonored by the bank on 31st March 2019. So the check received from the customer has been dishonored. When you receive the checks, how you would have recorded? When you receive the check from the debtor, how you have recorded? You add it to the cash, you reduce it from the debtors. However, now what has happened? It has been dishonored. If the amount has been dishonored, what are we supposed to do? Reverse the previous entry. By the time you receive the money from the debtor, how did you record? You pass the reversal entry of it. Because now the checks has been dishonored. Then your trade receivable balance increased by 20. On the other side, your cash balance decreased by 20. Because from your bank account, 20 will be reduced and you add it to the trade receivable 20. Question number 9. So the question number 9 you just keep, because the question is not clear in this paper, in the live paper discussion, I'll correct the paper. The question number 9 will be corrected in the live paper, live discussions. There's a small typo error in this paper, just leave it, keep it inside. And we move to the 10th one. Bank statement revealed that 2000 paid by the business as the examination fees of the owner's type. When business made the owner's payment, according to the separate entity concept, you need to consider that as what? Drawings. That's a payment. So then there's a decrease in cash by 2000, right? And that you need to recognize as a drawings. According to the separate entity concepts, owner's personal expenses incurred by the business supposed to be considered as a drawings. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Just go through with this answer and check whether your answers are correct. So the balance part of the part 2 and the part 3 of this particular question will be done soon after we complete the respective theory part in your 2022 A-level test, right? Okay. This is the answer for the 2019 A-level paper accounting equation question first part. Thank you, Vita.